They make them, we cover them, you sell them. Welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're here at the AIMExpo in Las Vegas. In this special two-part episode, we're going to be taking some tours around the OEM booths to see what they've got going on. So come on, let's go check it out.
ZDMS Dealer Management System, the heart of technology in your dealership, and the engine that drives productivity and profitability. Schedule a demo today at zdms.com.
All right, we're back with Scot Harden, team leader at SSR, and today we're going to be talking about the XD250. But first, Scot, can you give us a little update on SSR? I know there's been some confusion about the company in the last couple of years here.
Well, we've been going along. We've had a few issues here, bringing new product to market here related to some regulatory issues, but all that's in the past. We're here at AIMExpo and happy to showcase our new 2025 model line. SSR is the creator, the progenitor of the whole pit bike movement in the United States. It was the first Chinese manufacturer to come in with high quality, very well designed product at a very affordable prices.
Yeah. It
kind of revolutionized the whole industry starting in 2002, and it's still the leader in the industry as far as we're concerned.
All right, turning to the XD250 here, can you give us just a little introduction to the bike and who you're aiming it at?
Yeah, so the XD250 it's a great question. It's an evolution. Previously, SSR made a similar model, but in a 189cc capacity. We had a 150 and a 189, and it was one of our best sellers. But one of the things we realized that there wasn't enough separation between it and the 150. They were very, very similar products. So this year we've come out with the 250, and it's really the culmination of everything that we've learned about building very, very good, high performance, low cost, high quality motorcycles. And this bike is designed, as you can see, the seat height is a little lower. It's for beginner riders, women, young riders that are just coming into the sport, maybe older riders that just want to have something that's really manageable.
Yeah.
At $27.99 MSRP, it's great, great value.
Yeah. It's
got electric start.
Okay.
Got a very tried and true air-cooled motor. Upside down forks, single shock. It's really designed to be not intimidating. If you want to go racing, it's not the bike for you.
Yeah.
It's more of an entry-level play bike, similar to a TTR Yamaha or an XR Honda. It really fits that category.
Okay, awesome. Now you were mentioning some of the features there earlier. Can you give us just what are some of those top features that people would be looking for in buying this specific model here?
Well, first of all, you got to go with the power plant. This is a very tried and true motor design, something that's been developed over the last 15 years. Super reliable, electric start, it's got that button on it. Also has a Kickstarter.
Okay.
If you feel like you need to Kickstart it, or for some reason you drain the battery on this rail, you can still get going. Very, very good power plant. All the componentry and everything on it is really first rate. When you really start looking at the way the welds, all the different things that have gone into making this bike, it's all very high quality. Upside down forks, inverted forks, single shock, all fully adjustable, by the way.
Nice.
Compression and rebound. All the bikes, great big feature, EPA and CARB compliant.
Okay, that's big.
50 state, which is absolutely huge. So our friends in California can ride this vehicle as well. Just really good, it's the perfect balance between performance, reliability, and style. I think it's a great looking bike that I think consumers are looking for.
Yeah. Now, is this one street legal?
No, it is not street legal.
Okay.
Purely dirt.
Okay.
Everything that we have here today is purely dirt.
Okay, that's good to know. All right. And then when can we expect to see these in dealerships?
Immediately.
Immediately.
We just started shipping them out this week.
Okay.
And in fact, everything here in the line, or most everything here in the line, is available now. We have a few models that are arriving this month, and by the middle of March, everything in the SSR line will be in stock, and they're all new 2025 models. Everybody asks about tariffs.
Oh, yeah.
All these are already in the country, so none of the pricing's been affected. In fact, we still have very good pricing. And at this point, we have no plans to increase prices.
Yeah, and can you remind us of the price of this one?
$27.99 on the XD250, and just a great, great value.
Okay, perfect. Well, Scott, thanks again so much for talking with us about the 2025 SSR XD250.
Okay, great.
As many of you know, taking physical inventory is something you do once, maybe twice a year, and sometimes you avoid it altogether. With large quantities of parts, accessories, chemicals, tires, and various other merchandise throughout your store, it's not a simple task to complete. There is a better solution. A solution that gives you the ability to cycle inventory counts anytime without disruption to your business. That solution? ZDMS RFID Physical Inventory. With RFID tags placed on inventory, you can cycle counts or conduct physical inventory with the RFID handheld scanner by simply pulling the trigger and walking around your dealership. RFID scanners do not require line of sight, so counters don't need to bend down under partitions, climb shelves, or position items to be visually seen to be counted in most cases. Contact your ZDMS representative to learn more about RFID physical inventory and how ZDMS is the only dealer management system in the powersports industry building the technology your dealership needs.
We're here with Josh Marsh, Trade Marketing Manager for Piaggio Group North America. And today we're going to be talking about the 2025 Aprilia RS 457. Josh, all right, first off, lots of things happening with Piaggio Group now. Can you give us a little update on what's new?
Yeah, for 2025, we have a lot of new models, a lot of updates to existing models across the entire family for Piaggio Group, from Piaggio scooters, Vespa, Moto Guzzi, and of course, Aprilia. Some really cool things coming out. Not all of those products are here at the Expo this year because of timing, really, and us being an Italian company. Most of our products come out of Italy, so production and getting things over here, it takes a bit of time. But one of the coolest things for this year is actually having the RS 457 here in person. This did come out as a 2025 last year, but it did not arrive in time to have for the show. And even for the consumers, it came a little late in the season. But we're happy to bring it in as a 2025 last year, so it kind of gave us a little bit of time to make up for that late arrival. And when it did arrive, it was welcomed with open arms and received a lot of incredible accolades, and even the short time we had to really promote and work with media and journalists to get the word out there about this bike. In fact, hanging here on the bike is a nice little mention from Cycle World with a QR code, best lightweight sport bike for 2024, even though this is a 2025.
Yeah.
We're happy about that. There's a lot of other fantastic press about the bike. And one of the things about being at this expo and what's new with Piaggio Group is our ability to interact with new dealers that are interested in the brands. And 2025, we're in 2025.
Yeah,
it's been a great expo for us, and we've seen so many more new faces, and there's a lot of interest. So for the consumers out there that, sometimes they're a little bit worried about the Italian brands and stuff, and where's my closest dealer? What kind of support am I going to have? Specifically with the Aprilia range, we've seen tremendous growth over the past few years with the introduction of the 660 range, and now with the RS 457, and soon we'll see the Tuono version of this in the 457 that'll come out in a few months. That will arrive this year, I swear. We know because we already have a display model that's making its way around Canada. So
Excellent.
We're good to go.
Okay, so, focusing here on the 2025 RS 457, you said Cycle World gave it the, 10 best lightweight street bike. So who exactly is the target audience for this bike here?
Very, very good question. And something that we found, even with our V4s, and then when the 660s came out, that the DNA that's in Aprilia is known for racing, right? We've been racing with 54 world titles, and hopefully another one to come in 2025 and beyond. Now that we have the current MotoGP world champion Jorge Martin riding for us, we'll see if we can get that number boosted up. So racing is in the DNA, and it always will be. But one of the cool things about racing and using racing to help develop bikes for the street has always made Aprilia that premium feeling of the riding experience. So I don't ever want people to take a look at this bike and be like, oh, it's for racing, it's for the track. It's not. It's a very approachable motorcycle. It has the looks that the younger rider wants to have, you know, in a sporty package, but it's not a fully dedicated sport bike or super sport bike like we've seen in the past. It's very comfortable. You can ride this bike with its raised handlebars all day long. Excellent fuel economy, and I'm talking about the practicality at this point, right? So it really is a bike for the masses, a bike for everyone. Very affordable with the most incredible components on it, and we'll talk about a little bit about that in a minute. But not only is it for that beginner rider or new rider, but it is for the seasoned rider. And I say this time and time again, and I'll take my company shirt off, and I would still say it as a veteran rider and someone that loves to go to the track as well. I was able to spend quite a few laps on this thing and street miles. I'm sold. This is my new, I love this machine. It kind of does everything I want. And we saw over 2024 as we were doing our demo tour, so many people that were experienced riders giving this bike a shot and going, mind blown. And now part of that reason, we'll go back to what I was saying, is some of the ways that this bike was designed compared to other bikes in this segment. And the most important thing is this thing that Aprilia has always been known for is its chassis. This is the only entry-level sub 500cc motorcycles, performance motorcycle with a twin spar aluminum chassis, which basically has been borrowed from the RS 660 range and the RS V4 range. I don't want to say borrowed, it is a unique chassis, but they know how to build aluminum chassis better than anybody else. And what that does is it creates such an incredible sensation and feeling while also keeping the weight down. So that inspires a lot of confidence in beginning riders, but also experienced riders know when they see that, they're getting something that's a step above.
All right, so in addition to the chassis here, what are some of the other standout features of the 2025 RS 457?
So full TFT dash, which is, you know, pretty commonplace today, but we have to, like, everyone has to kind of keep up with the Joneses, right? And give that. But probably married to the chassis, of course, is the suspension. We have upside down forks with preload adjustability. Another thing that is not common on most bikes in this category. Braided steel lines for the brakes. The braking system, it is a bi-brie caliper, which is a Brembo caliper. It's just their entry-level one. So that was used to kind of keep the price point down, obviously, but without sacrificing performance. Remember, we are talking about a sub 500 bike here with 48 horsepower and a single disc up front. Can you put a full race spec Brembo caliper on it? Absolutely. If you're going to go racing or go to the track, you want to put go fast parts on it, by all means. But everything that's on here, how it comes, is going to be perfect for any rider, no matter what you're doing. Other than that, it's very low. It has a low weight. The seat height is very approachable for any, you know, just about anyone, whether you're a woman rider with a shorter inseam, or as if you're a woman, I have a very short inseam, so I feel very comfortable throwing a leg over this. One of the few bikes I can actually flat foot on both feet at the same time. You have traction control, a ride-by-wire throttle system, and you even have 3 different modes, eco, sport, and rain. So it could be a great commuter, very fuel efficient, but it can also, you know,
tear up the track.
Exactly. So that's what we like about it. And this one here in particular, I know it doesn't translate so much on camera, but this is the prismatic dark colorway. And even here indoors, it's a little bit different than when we're outside in the sunlight. When you move around this bike in the sunlight, it'll actually look like it'll be changing colors. You'll go from like a green to a purple to a gray. So this has been one of the...
I see a little bit of it here.
Yes, as the light refracts and you change angles, it'll change color a little bit. This has been, I think, one of the more popular colors of the 3 versions that are available. All of the bikes for the RS457, they're all identical other than paint. So you have the prismatic dark, which is we see here, the Aprilia Racing, which is more akin to the traditional colors you see on the race bikes. And then it's going to escape me right now, and I apologize, but there's a white version of this as well. So,
all right. And as you mentioned, this came out kind of late last year. What's in the future for this model here?
In the future, I mean, again, it's so jam-packed with features, and in our opinion, just that step above the competition. Right. I don't see too much happening, you know, even in a year from now. We might see some different colors, maybe a little bit of a design change, but this thing, I mean, it's honestly, in my opinion, just about the perfect motorcycle.
All right, Josh, well, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with us about the 2025 Aprilia RS 457.
Thank you so much, Megan. It was great to be here.
Well, you saw it here. Be sure to stay tuned to motorcyclepowersportsnews.com throughout the year for even more OEM updates.